You're now tuning into WRFULP Urbana 104.5 FM. This is your boy Tones representing the BX, and you're now listening to the show. So you already know BX, stand up, baby.
You're listening to the show.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is the show WRFULP Urbana 104.5 FM. I want to thank everyone for their time and attention wherever you may be, whether your arms reach away, digital, email, text, etc. We appreciate the love and support wherever you are, whether you're in your car with a little broken antenna, you're trying to receive our signal, we appreciate it nonetheless. Today's going to be a special show. Going to have something completely different as always. Never the same thing two times on the show. I try to keep it original, man. If you two doing the same thing over and over again, this gets monotonous. It's taxing upon me to be able to hear these things and people act like they're original, man. And I say, despite all the ignorance, an original voice will quiet them all. So this evening, I want to talk about a few things. I want to say happy birthday to RFU, not the IMC, but RFU's birthday is November 13th, 2005. It's 4 amazing years of public radio we've been providing the community radio as well. We're doing a lot of great things in the community, interacting, and I'd like to thank all the folks from AmeriCorps, like Carly Nix, who's helped to organize tonight's event, all the folks who've been contributing, like Matt and Manny, all the folks out there. Thank you for supporting the show wherever you are. As always, sometimes we're self-denigrating, self-building, but always self-promoting, and you can hit us back at myspace.com/theshow1045, or you can email us at wrfu@comcast.net. I try to have a good time, and I say some things sometimes. So for that reason, I'm going to give you the legal disclaimer as well. WRFU is an open forum for the Urbana-Champaign community. Views expressed by those speakers not intended to represent the WRFU, CIMC, Urbana Socialist Forum, Air Shifters, UPTV, UI Channel 7, or anyone else who may be present. Thank you to all the folks out there. I got to say that because I say some things, man. I say some things, and sometimes people get upset. I'm like, what can I do? So one of the things I wanted to talk about, we've already talked about RFU and our birthday, and it's also the show's birthday of 4 years being in the community. I can say the show for me is actually personally, some reflective notes, some introspection I can provide the community from the thoughts that pass through my mind about the things that I've seen and gone through. I've had a lot of amazing guests who've blessed the microphone from different perspectives and angle, and I've been grateful for each and every one of them who've come out here and shared this space that we call the show, whatever you want to call it is, man. It's the show. But also along with that, I've seen a lot of stupid stuff. And let me just say this first. The GEO is having a rally. They've been trying to organize folks and let them know about the situation going on with their contract. I don't think they've had a contract since the beginning of the summer. And for folks out there that don't understand, who may not necessarily like the GEO, I just say like this, man. If you're in a job and you have a family and you're trying to support yourself or make yourself better, you want a contract. You want a guarantee that you're gonna come to work tomorrow and there's gonna be a job for you. And these folks don't have a contract at the moment. And I always say the folks who do the most but get paid the least deserve some respect. There's some basic things that should be provided with. And so that right now they're in the negotiations. The university, they're saying they've approved a strike. I believe on Monday there may be a strike. But I just say, folks, understand that these folks, they get paid very little for the amount that they do. Professors here who do the similar things get paid sometimes 10 times more. So just bear that in mind when you're considering what you perceive the GEO to be or not to be. Some other situations I'm encountering. I don't want to really talk about this because I have a lot of people if you see the clips, man, I got some personal issues with some folks over on the other side of University and the other side of Green Street. Let me moisten my palate. It's a bit dry, all that talking I do. And I try to be a good guy about the situation about it, because sometimes it's weird. Sometimes people wear like a black or brown mask or brown face, como máscara as we say, but or mascara. And every time I start talking to them, it's just like a rain in the water that runs over their faces so that it smears, and the clowns that they look like just get revealed to everyone. And some folks try to step at me and try to cut my limbs out, and I just try to do regular things. For example, I submitted an article to be published in La Carta, and I was told that it was not going to be accepted. I said it did not fit with the mission of La Casa, and that the title potentially be taken offensive to African Americans. I was told that the title, for those of you that don't know, was To Be or Not to Be a House Slave 101, or Part 1. That was the title. And the person who told me this was the director of La Casa. She invited me for a conversation to come over to La Casa, and she emailed me and said, can you stop by, can you call me? And I was busy, man. I was busy all day on Tuesday. She sent that email on Tuesday. I was like, all right, well, I came on Wednesday as soon as I could, first moment I could. So I go on Wednesday and I sit down, and as soon as I sit down, she tells me, she's like, look, your article is great and everything, or remember she didn't say great. I did not interject that descriptor. The scriptor wasn't put there, but she said, La Carta is about to be published, and I want to encourage you right now it's not independent, but when it does become independent from La Casa, to submit your article for publication. And I sat there and looking, and I was like, what are you talking about? Why would I have to wait till you get independent? You know, La Carta is supposed to be the voice of Latinos on campus. You know, we're supposed to, you know, air out the issues that are important to us. And she said, well, you know, it's the 35th anniversary, and we don't feel that this article fits in line with it, you know, with the things that we're trying to do, because we're not very strong with a lot of academic units. And, you know, you're naming names, and you're talking about situations, and it's personal beef, Ray. You gotta, you know, and I'm looking at her like, are you serious? I'm just, you know, and afterward, I'm like, look, what is the beef? Like, really, what is the beef? She's like, lower your tone, lower your voice. I'm like, look, you haven't given me a legitimate reason for not accepting my article, and you're just telling me I can't submit it. So basically, you're censoring me. I was like, as one of the few graduate students who actually exercises that option to convey my opinion about the things that I see, I feel like you're just muting me, and you're not even giving me a legitimate reason. You're not saying, quoting her, because she actually emailed me last Saturday about something she thought I did, and she quoted Bible in verse, all these negative things that she was potentially going to do to me, like fining me $50 the next time I did it, you know, or, you know, for not having adhered to the rules that registered student organizations should follow. And then I emailed her back. I was like, look, I didn't do any of that. I didn't do any of that, and I tried to help out the other group that did it by cleaning some of their stuff up. And she's like, oh, I'm sorry. And then when I sat her in front of her face on Wednesday, I was like, well, quote for me Bible and verse again, what it was I did wrong. You know, what rule did I break? What law am I, you know, not adhering to here at the university? And she couldn't do that, of course. And that's why I just took it as being personal beef. And I was just like, I sit there sometimes in front of people. I'm like, what are you thinking? Like, I'm not to be mean or anything. Like, I'm gonna make more money than you. I'm gonna do more stuff than you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not to be like, but you know, we gotta pull rank at some juncture, right? I can't let people just come in front of me doing these kind of things. And I'm just like, so of course, being the not so good guy, I went and emailed a couple hundred people about the situation, forwarded them the article about what the article was about and the context behind it, and I try to be as quoting as much as possible from the conversation we had, just to illustrate that, like, I was just trying to use every legitimate means to convey my opinions, right? You would think that writing an article within the publication would be a good, intelligent way, you know, to convey what I think about the situation, but instead, because there's a lot of, how shall we say, I don't want to call them house slaves. Should we call them house slaves? I think we should call them house. A lot of people who wear the mask. I'm saying, I'm sorry, folks out there, because it hurts me the most. What hurts me the most, that it's a Latina, man. It's a Latina doing this to me. I'm like, come on. I was like, you can't check that box anymore. You're not allowed to check that box. Because really. And so I'm sitting in these situations like this, and sometimes I come across people, I'm like, why are you coming at me like that? I do say some things, I'm not gonna lie, are to the edge, to the frontier, perhaps. I'm peering over the cliff, you know what I'm saying? But I always take a step back, and I look at the situation, I look at myself, and she had the gall to sit at me and across from me and say, you're from the Bronx, right? I was like, what? I was like, what does that mean? I was like, she's like, you're from the Bronx, aren't you? I'm like, yeah, what's up with that? Like, what are you bringing that up for? She's like, oh, because a lot of youth, just like you, young men are, you know, youth are just like you, are in situations that just as intelligent and don't have the opportunities. I was like, and I'm sitting there looking at her like, oh my Lord, this woman, this white woman. Oh, I'm sorry, she's not like white. Okay, and I was like, and then I had to come out of her. I was like, so do you hate minorities or you just hate me? And she was like, I'm not gonna get into that. You're not gonna pull me into that conversation. I was like, I'm not trying to pull you into anything. It was an honest question, because you're sitting there doing all these things to try to undercut me, and I'm thinking I'm one of the top scholars here, holding everything down from every single corner and perspective, academically, intellectually, socially, doing all the things that I think are right morally as well, and then you're sitting here undercutting me. So I'm like, do you hate everybody, or is it just me that you got a beef with? And of course, she wouldn't engage the conversation. She said, you know, I'll keep talking with you, Ray, but you know, my decision has been made. And I say, I hate when I sit across from somebody like, you made the decision. Like, this is not a conversation. This is not a dialogue, right? It's a sounding board. This is what I'm gonna do, folks. I'm tired of like engaging people here. You know, if you see something you disagree with, email me. You can come on the radio, period. I don't tell anybody who wants to come on the radio they can't come on. I never shied away from a conversation, an exchange, or whatever it is. You have a differing opinion, I welcome you. I weigh like 100 pounds when I'm wet. There's nothing to be scared of except for my mouth. The sounds that come and emanate from my tongue are possibly going to resonate at a frequency that's going to make you fracture from the lowest bone possible, right? It might be from the lateral or epicondyle or from the malleolus, and you might go all the way up and keep going till you resonate there, to your hip bone, pelvic bones. But seriously, folks, I just have to take a step back from these situations because really I don't want to be engaging with her in this sort of exchange. This is not my beef. That's not arguing with the director of La Casa. Like, what the hell do I care about that? I don't care about La Casa. I'm sorry, everyone who swears, oh, we need La Casa. Like, that is not me. That is not me. You know what I need? I need more minorities within sciences, technology, engineering, mathematics. Period. We need more faculty. We need more images of us. We need more recognition for the contributions that we make. Period. I don't want to be arguing with this woman about whether she should publish my article. What the hell is wrong with you? Like, seriously, that doesn't even make, like, that's the kind of racism we hear. And that's why, I'll be honest, the one word when I think of University of Illinois that quickly jumps to my mind is mediocrity. You know, average and acceptance of it. Okay? A lot of times people are just willing to accept these situations and they tell me, well, just wait until you get into, you should just, don't say anything. Just wait until you get to the position where you have power. I'm like, I have power. I have rank. What's going on here, man? I'm sitting across from him like, are you? No. Seriously though, I try to be a nice guy about the situation, but I'm sitting across, I'm like, oh Lord, the amount of money I'm gonna make in my life, the amount of things I'm gonna do, people I'm gonna meet, things I'm gonna see, exchange with, and I'm sitting across from you. You don't even make this much, you know, but it's public, so you can look it up. And I'm just thinking to myself, like, why? Why do we gotta be confrontational? I've been to other places in my life and people didn't treat me like this. I come here, people treat me in a way that I can't comprehend. So when they come across me and I give them a reaction, they can't comprehend it either. Because I'm not accepting of it. I'm not used to being treated second class. Sorry, I'm just not used to it. Sorry. So you come across me, you may not like that. It's not going to be a good day for you. It might not be a good month. It might not be a good life. So think about what you say, how you come across me. All the administrators, it's like that, man. What can I do? The line has been drawn in the sand, and I'm crossing it. I'm stepping over every single time. What is going to happen to me? I'm really, really curious to know what you're going to do. And I tell folks, you know, she told me, she telling me about my privilege, all the things I have. I'm like, I know what I have, and that's why I put it on the line every single time, you know. So that's why I can't anybody tell me anything. You know, if you have a problem with me, then you just let it be known, and we'll have a conversation. We'll have an intellectual exchange. You can come on the show any given Friday, not every given Sunday, any given Friday. WRFU up here, Urbana 104.5 FM. But even still, man, I don't even want to be doing that kind of stuff, man. I want to be having fun on the microphone. It's RFU's 4th birthday, same thing with the show, and we're trying to have a good time. I promise you're going to be some amazing scholars going to converge here on the microphone with me and do something you've never seen before. You have never seen this. And when you see what I'm about to show you, man, it's something special. Because I try to push every single person who comes out here to push their gift that they've been given to a higher level. And that's how I put it, man. Different scholars converge with me in the microphone. We do different things. Sometimes it's conversation. Sometimes it's debate. Sometimes it's game show. Sometimes it's live performances. What you're going to see today is an organized cipher of sorts provided by different scholars, starting with Kevin Corey, blessing us with Jay Moses, coming up with Nick G and King Midas, and in the background providing the drums is Chris Hampson in the back as well, blessing us. And you're going to see something you've never seen before. So keep staying tuned with us, man. If something I said offended you, email me at wrfu@comcast.net. Go watch the YouTube videos. Go watch the MySpace videos. Show us some love and support. Even if you want to hate on me, that's cool. I'm not too good for criticism. I'm trying to get better, and I will get better. So thank you for everyone who's staying tuned with us. Keep staying tuned for the music, Manny Fresh. Take it over, man. WRFU up here, Urbana 104.5 FM. Keep staying tuned with us. Matt, give me some TMZ, man. Give me some TMZ. Give me some TMZ. You don't even know about that, right?
Been a lot going on, man. I see some I still don't like, right? So, we gonna take this to the man in charge, right? Come on.
Oh girl,
I know you with me.
oh girl,
Okay, I know you with me.
oh girl,
Killer Keys, I know you with me. Come
oh
on.
girl,
Okay, let's go. Dear Mr. President, do you care when the cops come through, when they terrorize our residents, treat us like peasants, then try to build a case, but then they hide all the evidence? That's why I'm never hesitant. Give money to capital, never think rational. being local, this problem is now national. ATF radical, just to grab a few brothers doing good, feet in the hood, blessing the avenue. But all we do is sip and complain, sit down and have a brew. C-Nets got business to handle, don't wanna laugh with you. Don't wanna sit on no block and pump no crack with you. A pack or two when I got rap to do. I treat my songs like weight, see I got tracks to move. And absolutely I go hard like absolute. Known to Mac a few, pop a Mac or two like Bob Mac a do. I bought him, go hard at you. I know I'm down and out, but dog ain't giving up. Plus the fact I know Tone and Real living us. And if you just like me and you don't give a fuck, you working 9 to 5 but you don't get enough. I know I'm down and out, but baby I ain't giving up. Plus the fact I know Tone and Real living us. And if you just like me and you don't give a fuck, you working 9 to 5 but you don't get enough.